Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone woke up on the right side of the bed, and that could be left or right, as long as you woke up with a positive mindset. I invite everyone to bring that positive mindset into that beautiful body and tune into your soul, your mind, and your breathing here in the Sukhasana, cross-legged, seated posture. With your eyes closed, and let's take a moment to analyze and scan our bodies and see how it's feeling today before we get moving. How does the neck feel as you drive the shoulders down away from the ears, creating space and length in the neck? How does the lower back feel as you root down your tailbone and lengthen the spine with your crown of your head going towards the sky? How do your hips feel as your knees cascade towards the earth, opening up your ilium and your iliac? How do your knees feel as you cross them? How's your breath flowing? How is your blood flowing? Do you have any inflammation? Begin to even out your breathing through the nose with even inhales and even exhales with 1 second pauses in between. Place your left hand on your belly and your right hand on your heart and initiate the 3-part breath, filling up the belly, then the ribs, and then the chest. Pausing for 1 second and then compressing the chest, the ribs, and then the belly as we relax our bodies, relax our minds, and get more oxygen flowing through the body. Notice how much more air you're able to get with the 3-part breath by filling up the belly, the ribs, and then your torso. If you're ever in a stressed situation, pulling out the 3-part breath is a good tool to relax yourself and reduce that anxiety. With less anxiety and less stress, you're able to think more clearly with more oxygen in your brain. At this moment, inhale and extend your arms above head. exhale, bring the hands together at heart center. And at this moment, I invite you to set some intentions for today's practice. Or you can even dedicate today's practice to someone, something, or some goal. It's the beginning of the year, 2022. And I'm sure there are things that you would like to succeed and accomplish this year. Professionally, mentally, physically, emotionally. But we can't abandon the mind, the body, and the soul. After a nice deep inhale, I invite you for a collective Om. Namaste and welcome to Flip's Morning Flow. This sequence is designed for when you get out of bed to liven up your body, strengthen up those muscles, and get you ready to go about your day feeling good, feeling like you're flowing, feeling like you're nimble, and feeling loose. If you're sitting on a block, remove the block and make your way onto all fours as you prepare for tabletop. Spread your fingers wide and line up your index fingers parallel with each other and also parallel with the outer edges of the mat. Shoulders stacked over the elbows, elbows stacked over the wrists. Knees are at hip width distance and stacked directly underneath the hips. The tops of your feet are pressed firmly against the mat. Rotate your elbows outward so the eyes of your elbows are pointed forward. And initiate your Ujjayi breath. In through the nose. Out through the nose with a slight constriction of the throat, of the back of the throat. On your next inhale, shift your gaze forward, drop your belly, and let your bum shine for a cow pose. Exhale. Press against the mat, round your spine, and shift your gaze over to your navel for an angry cat. Inhale, happy cow. Exhale, angry cat. Inhale, happy cow. Exhale, angry cat. Let your head hang like a mango. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale back to tabletop. On your next exhale, drop your left shoulder to the mat and extend the left arm over to the left side Shift your right hand over to the top right corner of your mat and shift your gaze over underneath your right armpit. Maintain the Ujjayi breath. Shift your hand in front of your face, press down to rise up back into a tabletop. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, drop the right shoulder and extend the right arm to the left side. Shift your left hand over to the top left corner of your mat and gaze over underneath your left armpit. Maintain the even Ujjayi breath, nice and audible. Exhale, shift your left palm in front of your face. Press down to rise up into tabletop. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, tabletop. On your next inhale, extend your left arm forward and your right leg back, maintaining your right foot flexed. Exhale, bring that left elbow to meet the right knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, compress. Inhale, extend the left arm forward, right leg back. Exhale, return to tabletop. Inhale, extend the right arm forward, left leg back, maintaining the left foot flexed. Exhale, right elbow to left knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, compress. Inhale, extend right arm forward, left leg back. Exhale, return to tabletop. Inhale, happy cow. Draw the shoulders away from the ears, and you exhale, press against the mat around the spine, and shift your gaze over to your navel. Inhale, back to tabletop. Shift your hands forward, and let's do a baby downward dog. I'd call this downward facing puppy. Now shift. Now move your bum onto your heels and make your way into a child's pose. Resting your forehead gently on the mat, searching for length in the spine. Drawing the shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale, rise up, and make your way back into tabletop. Shift your hands over to the left side as you prepare for frog pose. Spreading your thighs wide and sinking into the groin. Make your way back into a tabletop. Shift your hands slightly forward. Curl your toes, and on an exhale, press your hips up and back into a downward facing dog. Driving those heels towards the earth. Bending those knees to help you find that length in the spine. Draw your shoulders away from the ears and let the head hang. Begin to slowly inch your hands back. Once you reach your feet, bend your knees around your spine and vertebra by vertebra, slowly articulate your way back up. Rolling your shoulders at the top. And take a step forward with your right foot. Feel the energy rise up through that right foot. Take another slow and conscious step with the left foot. And feel the energy shift. Continue to make your way towards the top of the mat. Slowly and controlled. Making every step meaningful. Once you reach the top of your mat, establish Parabandha and make your way into mountain pose, Tadasana. Placing your big toes together and your heels slightly spread apart. Rooting down on the four corners of your feet. Activating your leg muscles. Bringing your tailbone underneath your spine. Palms facing forward and shoulders drawn away from the ears. Actively aligning your body. Actively engaged in Ujjayi breath. Inhale. Extend the arms above head. Extended mountain pose. Imagine a ball of energy being harnessed in between both hands. Shoulders are still drawn away from the ears. Legs active, arms active, micro bend in the knees. Navel pressed against the spine. Exhale, hinging at the hips, swan dive forward for a forward fold. On an inhale, place your fingertips on your upper shins, extend your arms, and lift halfway up for a halfway lift. Exhale. Hands on the mat. Step the left foot back. Step the right foot back. Make your way into a plank pose. Palakasana. Established Asta Bandha with your hands, fingertips spread wide, index fingers pointed directly forward, parallel with each other. Shoulders stacked over the elbows, elbows stacked over the wrists. Tailbone tucked underneath, legs active. Exhale. Bend your elbows, lower yourself halfway down to Chaturanga. Inhale, roll over the toes into an upward facing dog. Legs active, knees off the ground. Searching for that micro bend in the upper back. Exhale, drop the knees. Curl your toes and press your hips up and back to a downward facing dog. Inhale, extend the left leg and bring it between both hands. Drop the right heel. Right toes are pointed towards the top right corner of your mat. Make the hips neutral. Rise up into a warrior one. Rooting down on the outer edge of your right foot. Left knee bent at 90 degrees. Exhale. Hands on the mat. Step the left foot back. Lower yourself halfway down to Chaturanga, bending at the elbows. Inhale, roll over those toes. Upward facing dog. Exhale, drop the knees, curl the toes, and press the hips up. And back for a downward facing dog. Inhale, extend the right leg and bring it between both hands. Drop the left heel, left toes towards the top left corner of the mat. Hips neutral, rise up for a warrior one. Exhale, hands on the mat, outside of your foot. Step the right foot back. And on an exhale, lower yourself halfway down to Chaturanga. Inhale, rise up to the upward facing dog, rolling over those toes. Exhale, drop the knees, curl the toes, and press the hips up and back to a downward facing dog. At the bottom of your next inhale, bend your knees, shift your gaze forward and lightly step or float to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Flattening out your back, drawing your shoulders away from your ears. Micro bend in the knees. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees around the spine and articulate back up to a mountain pose. Again, back into active alignment. Micro bend in the knees, leg muscles active. Tailbone tucked underneath. Abdominals pressed against the spine. Shoulders drawn away from the ears, palms facing forward. Crown rising high towards the sky. Inhale. Extend the arms above head. Exhale, hinging at the hip. Fold forward. Grab the elbows. Sway side to side. Wiggling a bit. Inhale. Hands on the shins, halfway lift. Exhale. Hands outside the feet. This time, float back into a chaturanga. Or step back into a plank. Inhale, roll over those toes to an upward facing dog. Exhale, drop the knees, curl the toes, and press the hips up and back into a downward facing dog. Draw those heels towards the earth. Inhale, raise the left leg and bring it between your feet. Drop the right heel, right toes towards the right side of the mat. And rainbow the arms up into a warrior two. Left knee bent at 90 degrees, rooting down on the outer edge of your right foot. Arms extended alongside, gazes over to your left middle finger. Shoulders are soft. Ujjayi breath. Exhale. Drop the left elbow onto the left thigh and reach over the top of your body for a humble warrior, shifting your gaze over to your right middle finger. Inhale, rainbow the arms back to a humble warrior, to reverse warrior. Shifting your gaze over to your left middle finger, bringing your left hand over the top of your body. Inhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, extend your left leg. Heel toe your right foot closer to your left, shortening the distance. Reach forward with your left hand as you reach back with your right hip for a triangle pose. Dropping that left hand to the left ankle and taking that right hand up to the sky. Inhale back up. Place your hands on your hips. Rotate the right foot inward, 90 degrees. Your feet are on train tracks, your hips are neutral. Hinge at the hip and fold forward for a pyramid pose. Shoulders drawn away from the ears, micro bend in both knees. Inhale, rise up and step forward, back into a mountain pose. Inhale, extend the arms above head. Exhale, hinging at the hips, fold forward. Inhale, fingertips on the shins, halfway lift, shoulders drawn away from the ears, micro bend in the upper back. Exhale, hands on the mat outside the feet, and float back into a chaturanga or step back into a plank and then lower yourself down. Inhale, roll over those toes into an upward facing dog. Exhale, drop the knees, curl the toes, and press the hips up and back into a downward facing dog, driving those heels towards the earth, and lengthening that back, letting the head hang. Inhale, extend the right foot and bring the right foot between both hands. Drop the left heel, left toes pointed towards the left side of the mat. Micro bend in the left knee, rooting down on that 90-degree bent right knee, and rooting down on the outer edge of your left foot. Arms are extended alongside. Gazes over to your right middle finger. Ujjayi breath. Exhale, drop that right elbow to the right thigh and reach over the top with your left hand for a humble warrior. Gazes over to your left middle finger. Inhale, rainbow the arms back to reverse warrior. Right hand extended over the top of your body. Gazes over to your right hand. Still, right knee bent at 90 degrees. Still micro bend in the left knee. Inhale, back up. Warrior two. Inhale, extend the right leg. Heel toe the left foot closer to the right, shortening the distance. Reach forward with your right hand as you reach back with your left hip. Drop the right hand down to the right ankle. Extend the right hand up to the sky for a triangle pose. Inhale, rise up. Place the hands on your hips. Rotate the left foot inward 90 degrees. Your feet are now on train tracks, hips neutral. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips for a pyramid pose. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, rise up and step forward, back into a mountain pose. Back into active alignment, using all your muscles to align all your bones. Strong muscles keep the bones in place. Inhale, extend the arms above head. Extended mountain pose and exhale, hands together at heart center. Samastitihi. Shift your weight onto your left foot, onto the four corners of your left foot. Right foot is levitating off the ground, hinging at the hip with your hips neutral. Fold forward, making your way into a warrior three. Micro bend in the upper back, right foot flexed. Extend the arms above head, keeping your gaze on a singular point on the ground. And drop the right toes into a crescent pose. Make your way into a runner's lunge. Drop the right hand down on the right side of your left foot and extend that left hand up to the sky. And imagine you're back on an imaginary wall. Avoid allowing that left heel to splay, that left knee to splay. Inhale back down. Over the right knee and shift your weight onto your right heel, extending the left leg. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, shift the weight back. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Raise the right knee. Make your way into a runner's lunge and step forward. Back into an extended mountain pose. Exhale. Hands together at heart center for Samastitihi. Shift your weight onto the right foot. Four corners of that right foot. Left foot is levitating. Begin taking that left leg back with the hips neutral. Four corners of the right foot is the root. Micro bend in the upper back. Gaze is down to a singular point on the ground. Extend the arms above head for a warrior three. And drop the left toes down for a crescent pose. Shift your body into a 45-degree angle with the earth for a runner's lunge. Drop the left hand down to the mat, to the left side of your right foot, and extend that right arm up to the sky. Avoid allowing that right knee to display. Exhale. Hands back down, and on an inhale, rise back up into a runner's lunge and step forward. Back into a mountain pose. Inhale, extend the arms above head. Exhale. Hands together at heart center. Samastitihi. Heel toe the feet outward so that the outer edges of your feet are parallel with the outer edges of your mat. On an exhale, bend your knees, drop your bum, and bring your elbows inside your knees for a malasana pose. Shoulders drawn away from the ears, heart is shining. Press those knees out with the elbows, and press those elbows in with the knees. Exhale. Place your hands on the mat or on the earth in front of you and roll onto your bum. Lengthen yourself on your mat, palms facing up, and inhale up into a dolphin pose. Make Making a V with your body for 5. Your toes are pointed for 4. Lengthy spine for 3. Breathing for 2. And smiling for 1. Rock forward and land in a staff pose. Legs extended in front of you. Shoulders drawn away from your ears. Palms are flat on the mat on the side of you. On an exhale, slowly lower yourself back down to the mat. Inhale yourself up into another dolphin pose. Happy thoughts for 5. Pointed toes for 4. Shoulders drawn down for 3. Lengthy back for 2. Exhale, release. Inhale, bend the knees and bring the feet underneath your knees with your heels near your bum. Flip your palms so that your palms are flat on the earth. Keeping the hips neutral and the knees pointed forward. Press down on your feet to raise those hips up for a bridge pose. Bringing the shoulders underneath, interlacing the fingers. Rooting down from pinky to shoulder. And dropping the chin towards the sternum. Ujjayi breath. Exhale, release the interlace. Remove the shoulders, raise the heels. And lower your back down from upper back, then to middle back, to lower back. If you have a block, place it underneath your tailbone and extend your legs up for an inversion as we allow that old blood to leave the legs and get that new blood in our brain. Flow freely with your legs. Exhale, legs down, remove the block. Extend the legs. Extend the arms to your side, palms facing forward, palms facing up. Just melt onto your mat for a Shavasana. And relax yourself. Relax your breathing. No more Ujjayi breath. Just nice even inhales and exhales with the nose. Let your feet fall as they may. Your hands fall as they may. Relax the knees. Relax that lower back. Imagine you're a bar of wax sitting on top of a surfboard on a hot beach, midday, and you're just melting, oozing in every which way the sun desires. This is known as corpse pose and shavasana, but it's also an absorption pose. Where your body just flows and everything goes where it needs to go. Inhale, raise the thighs up 90 degrees with the knees bent at 90 degrees. Fall over to your left side as you extend the left arm above head and gently rest your head on that left bicep in a fetal position. But I look at this position as the cocoon pose because you go into it as a caterpillar, but you come out as a butterfly, metamorphosized. Not sure if that's a word, but you know. Maintaining your eyes closed, press your right palm down in front of your face and press your way back into a Sukhasana. And before you open your eyes, I want you to analyze this Sukhasana, this cross-legged seated posture, and compare it with the one that you started the practice in. It should feel a little more loose, a little less tight. Remind yourself of your intentions and ask yourself if you honored them or if you honored that person, place, or thing you dedicated your practice to. I invite you to cover your eyes with your hands. Open your eyes and slowly spread apart your fingers, bringing in the new reality. This is what it feels like to be a butterfly. Now go smell all the flowers. But before I leave you, I invite you for one more collective Om. So let's inhale the hands up, above head. Exhale, hands together at heart center. Let's have a collective inhale and then a collective Om. Namaste, and thank you for letting me guide today's practice. Have a wonderful day.